What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be lowering the Supra. So what I have here are the RSR Superdown springs. These springs are going to drop the car by around 1.4 inches all the way around. It's a uniform drop, and that uniform drop is mainly the reason why I went with these. Some of the other competitors would drop more in the front and a little bit less in the rear, and I didn't really like the look of that. But my car right now, I have around 3,500 miles on it, so the suspension has already settled in. I have a 2-finger gap up front and 2-finger gap in the rear as well. And as for any modifications, I have a 13mm spacer up front and 15mm spacer in the rear. I do have a video for that if you want to check it out. I'll link in the description below. I live in Massachusetts. There's tons and tons of potholes here, so my main concern was whether or not I would be able to run a front lift. But once I get this installed, I'll be able to check the clearance, and I'll give you guys an update on that as well, whether or not this is too low for you or perfect for you. Okay, so I'm currently heading over to Eastside Motoring. Brian will be installing the springs for me, and as you can see right behind me, it's the Aimgain wing. I'm actually dropping off the car for a couple of days while he works on it and get them both installed. So by the time you watch this, the video of the Aimgain will already be up. If you haven't seen it, I'll drop the link down below so you can check it out. So here's an update. So up front, I have a slight finger gap. It's not too bad, and you have to slant it upwards, but if you were to stand from far away, it doesn't look too bad. And then as for the rear, there's no finger gap, but same thing. If you were to slant it upwards, you'll definitely fit. But again, standing far away looks really good. I think the rear end looks the best in my opinion. So for ride quality, I definitely noticed that it's a lot stiffer in sports mode and a lot bouncier in regular and comfort. So I would say that if you're going to drive over speed bumps, potholes, definitely keep it in sports mode. And if you're just driving on the highway where there's no potholes, keep it in regular comfort mode. When I'm in comfort mode and it bounces over potholes and speed bumps, it does rub back here, and it's probably because I'm on 15mm spacers. So the fender liner is just right here, and the tires are really close to it. So most of the rubbing here is from the back here. As for the front, I haven't heard anything yet, but when I first pulled into my driveway, I was scraping and I thought it was the front splitter, but it's actually these panels underneath. So what I have here is my iPhone Pro Max. It's 6 inches in height. So I would say that's around 5 inches. Over here, tons of space, 6 inches. So on the side, starting from down here, I would say that's around 4 inches right here. And then the rear, there's tons and tons of space, so there's nothing to really worry about. If you're looking to lower your car, I would definitely go with 15mm spacers in the front. I think it will look much better, and it'll definitely fill out the side gap a little bit better to make it flush. So overall, I honestly want it to be a little bit lower, but then after driving it and going onto my driveway, I think this is the perfect height for me.